there's a new category of marketing called personalization. And if you think about kind of personalization 1.0, it would be something like inserting a merge code into an email so that it puts people's first name. Well, now you can actually do that same concept, but you can do that with your website. You can actually create personalization on your website based on a number of factors. The nice thing is, like with email as an example, open rates went up by 26%. So that's great. You personalize an email, more people open it. But look at what happens with personalized call to action. And this would be on a website. Get started, Sam. 202% better click-through rate with a personalized CTA. So this may seem a little bit over your head if you're kind of a novice. If you're kind of a geek like me, you're going to love what you're about to see. I'm going to walk you guys through it fairly slowly. But Google has a free tool called Optimize. It's amazing. It allows you, if I can just explain it super simply, think about Google Analytics. What are the stats? What are the data points that you have in Google Analytics? Well, you have things like new versus returning. You have things like page views per visit, time on site. You have all these different sort of nuggets about the visitor. You also have a bunch of data about the visitor in your CRM. Name, email, phone number, date they registered, lead source, tags. So what Google Optimize does, it basically says, let's put all that to use and personalize what people see. You can run A/B tests, so it makes it very easy to figure out what is performing better: copy, calls to action, buttons. But it also, beyond just A/B testing, allows you to personalize the content people see when they visit based on all these criteria. So I'm going to go into Google Optimize and I'm going to do what they call creating an experience. And it'll pop up some options here. I'll zoom in and show you guys. But basically it's saying, hey, do you want to do an A/B test? Do you want to do personalization? There's some other features, but let's call this conversion club tests. And let's say that we want to focus this one on personalization, okay? I'm going to hit create. So I've basically said, hey, I want to make some changes. I want to make changes to my site. When these things happen, create these rules, okay? So you add your targeting rules, and that's going to be all the different filters that you would have available. What I can do here in Google Optimize is I can come in and just say, listen, I want to actually customize what people see. And you can see behavior, first time since arrival, less than, right? So I can say, hey, the first time they arrived was less than 7 days ago. So I could add that as a filter. I could continue to add these rules. And you want to come up with, parameters that make the most sense for you. But you can see Google Analytics is connected to it. It's got parameters. It's got device category. But the one that really is the most powerful is behavior. Because you can say, hey, which page referred them? There's a million different labels in here that are worth checking out. You can also say when the path equals, right, this URL, so you put in a URL here, when the path leads to this URL, that's when you want the content to be customized. So I'm going to sort of recommend, and as I go through this, you can see like this is not an amateur tool. I did foreshadow that. This is a little bit more of a pro tool. What I want you guys to do is take a big step back and say, when people do blank, we should make blank different. So when people visit our website a lot, we should make the headline different. When we have people's name, we should make the button have their name in it, right? When somebody's a first-time visitor and they've never been to our website before, we should use this call to action and this image. You can basically just say, here's what I want. Now let's make it happen. And my advice would be bring on an expert. This is a one-time setup that would pay itself back and increase your conversions over and over.